Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited about this video because for one, it is my first video of 2018. So that is super exciting. Happy New Year. For this video, I'll be helping you guys achieve your goals, whatever they may be for 2018. Give you some of my tips and tricks on how to keep your New Year's resolutions and stick to your goals and just stay motivated and be ready to rock 2018. So yeah, so let's just jump right into this video. So step number one in setting New Year's resolutions or sticking by New Year's resolutions, or they don't really have to be New Year's resolutions, they could be goals or any time of the year that you do set these. These tips will hopefully help you out, but it is going to be more around New Year's resolutions, just because it is obviously the new year and rolling into 2018. There's like no better way or time to start. So first thing that I usually do when I set my New Year's resolutions is going to be reflecting on my past year, reflecting on 2017, on you know, things that I've learned, things that, you know, maybe didn't go so well, that you learn from those mistakes and you try not to make them again. You know, celebrating the wins of 2017, things that you were blessed with, or, you know, just anything good that had ever happened to you in 2017. I try to make a list and write down the things that I was grateful for in 2017. So not to make it so much on the negatives, but also really focus on those positives of 2017. It might not have been a great year for you, but if you focus on the positives of 2017, you're going into 2018 on a really high note. But definitely don't let the negatives in 2017 just slide. You have to somewhat reflect on those, but maybe not as much as the wins. So definitely reflect on everything, the good, the bad, you know, things that you maybe didn't finish in 2017. Just have that go ahead and roll over into 2018. The biggest thing we're trying to do here on reflecting of 2017 is to take a step back, really see what we did in 2017, think of the changes we want to make, the new goals we want to make, you know, some of the things that you think you might have wanted to do, or a path you thought you might wanted to go down in 2017 is totally not your goal anymore. That's what we're trying to do when we're reflecting on 2017, is to see where your mindset is and kind of who you want to be in 2018. So leading me into step two. Step two is probably one of the most important parts, because this is going to be your motivation, or I guess your like mission statement to yourself, is who do you want to be in 2018? And even past that, the passions or goals that you think you might have had in 2017 might not be the same as what you're shooting for in 2018. So this is again kind of a reflective period on what you see yourself becoming or wanting to be in 2018. This is going to be something that you really have to think on and figure out for yourself on who you want to be, what you want to become, and what is really in your future and what you want to work towards the whole year of 2018. Step three is probably one of my favorite parts because I use this tool all the time. So step three is going to be actually writing those goals down, making lists and timelines, everything like that to achieve your goals. So I do this all the time. I have lists everywhere. I write in notebooks, in planners, in my phone, pretty much just anywhere. Any time of day, I will just kind of pull something out or pull my phone out and I'll make a list. So the reason why I do that is because, for one, if I don't write anything down, I usually forget, or it doesn't feel, I guess, as important. So when you write something down or, you know, type something out, it's a little bit more important because it's there and it's kind of like set in stone. It's not just like jumbled in your head. You know, writing things down, maybe, you know, writing a letter to yourself, telling yourself where you're going to be at and how proud of yourself you're going to be. It's all going to be about being super proactive and just knowing that you're going to meet your goals no matter what. So it is all about being in that mindset. So a couple things I like to do when making new goals, and especially New Year's resolutions, is after you reflect on how your last year went, make a list of 2 to 3 things that you want to be or aspire to be, or major, I guess, goals you want to achieve in 2018. So there's going to be quite a bit of like lists going on probably at this time, because there's always a lot of lists of mine that I have. So what happens is for one, you want to have a few goals of who you want to be, whether those are just words or maybe a sentence long of who you want to be, what you want to achieve, your 2 to 3 major goals that you want to achieve in 2018. And then with that, you also want to write down 2 to 3 things that you want to leave in 2017. So whether it be bad habits or people or just pretty much anything that you want to just leave behind. Maybe you procrastinate, or things that you do that you want to change that will help those 2 to 3 things that you've written down that are going to be your major goals of 2018. So what helps me with this is getting a notebook, a planner, pretty much anything. You can use your phone, whatever it is you want to write in your planner or your diary, whatever, daily. You want to make sure that those goals are set in mind, that you change those goals if you need to, you make timelines, like anything that you can do to help you achieve your goals. You want to be writing those things down, because in the end, that's going to be what's going to help you the most, is writing those things down, making those lists, and making it like a priority and apparent in your life that you want to get these things done. So moving on to step number 5. So this is probably going to be a little bit self-explanatory. So there's going to be short-term goals and long-term goals. So in 2018, there's going to be some short-term goals that you probably want to hit before you're going to actually hit your long-term goal. So for example, let's take like weight loss. There's going to be a time where you're going to say like, hey, I want to lose 50 pounds, in 2018. So a pretty hefty goal, right? Well, within that goal, you also have to set some baby steps. So maybe in the first, month, you want to lose 3 pounds, and then the month after 4, or however you want to do it. But you need to set those short-term goals that lead up to that big, long-term goal of losing all that weight in 2018. So you want to set those short-term goals so that those are kind of your baby steps into getting to your long-term goals. Because for me, whenever I look at it and I go to the gym and I'm like, okay, so I want my goal is always in my mind to lose weight, 50 pounds in a year, whatever you want to lose. But if I go in there and I'm like 50 pounds, like I feel like I have to do that all that day. But if you kind of give yourself baby steps into how to achieve those goals, and be specific on like, I'm going to be eating healthy, I'm going to follow maybe a certain diet plan for a little bit, and work out, 2 to 3 times a week. Those are going to be your short-term baby steps and goals that's going to eventually get you to your long-term goal. Because if you keep looking at it as a huge goal that you need to obtain, you kind of get lost in the in-between, and that's whenever you're going to get discouraged or unmotivated to actually obtain your goals. Because all those baby steps are going to add up, and then you're going to eventually hit your goals. A couple things that I do to, one, keep my short-term goals in mind along with my long-term goals is I do categorize a lot of things. So I have things in my personal life that I want to achieve. I have things that I want to achieve for my family, and I also have things that I want to achieve for my professional life, so like my career or going to school, whatever it may be for you guys. But I do categorize in like different subjects, I guess. Those subjects are going to be different from person to person, but it's good to separate business and personal, or weight loss and your personal family goals, because they're going to have different meanings to you. So you know, some things like in your business life doesn't mean as much as hitting some goals in your family life, because family comes first. Or, you know, vice versa. However it works for you. Your subjects or your categories are going to be the most important. So to separate those and make sure that you have different timelines for all of those is going to help you stay organized and to stay, I guess, within your means. So you're not getting too discouraged by trying to hit so many goals at different times. Step number 6 is going to be to reward and reflect. So what this is going to do, for one, is say you do have a timeline of wanting to reach a short-term goal in, say, 3 months. And let's say you do reach that goal. What you want to do is you want to reward yourself for that. So say you did so good the whole month with eating healthy and everything like that. Maybe on the beginning of the, you know, that next month, or you pick a specific date, you got on a date, or you, you know, order in some takeout. That's kind of your time to have like that cheat meal, but reward yourself with that, because you worked so hard to achieve that short-term goal. You want to reward yourself every time you do reach something, because that's, for one, going to change your body and your mind and your soul to know that you reward yourself. That's going to help you, because you're going to stay motivated and you're going to feel good about reaching those goals, because you get like that treat, or you get that reward. Remember to reward the things that you do good and the short-term goals that you do reach, because you want to help yourself, again, stay motivated and feel good about those little wins, because those little wins add up into that long-term big win at the end of the year. And then also reflect. So saying that, same with the reward, saying that 3 months that you know, didn't eat correctly, or, you know, didn't lose as much weight as you wanted to in your short-term goal, that you really reflect on what you could have done better, and then what you did do good. Don't give up. Even if you're not hitting those goals maybe to the point that you want them to, it's still progress, it's still change. So don't give up. And one thing that always helps me achieve goals, or feel like I'm working towards something, is that every day you want to do at least one thing that's gonna help you reach your long-term goals. What that could be is, like, in the morning, I say a prayer of all the things I'm thankful of, and then I say a prayer about where I want to be in life. So maybe it's, you know, with weight loss, or maybe it's I want to have another kid, or something like that. I pray about those things, and I envision myself already having those things. So it's kind of like law of attraction. I already feel like grateful, and I already feel like I have those things, like, you know, in my pocket, that I, you know, achieved those goals already, and I'm staying positive. So that could be your one thing that you do, is you pray about it, or you sit down and you meditate, and you envision yourself already hitting your goals. That could be one thing. Or, you know, if it's working out and hitting that weight loss goal, that's one thing that you're doing to achieve that goal. So it's all about making habits. It's all about sticking to what you do, and making sure that every single day you wake up with a purpose in mind, with your goals in mind, and you never leave that behind. So my final step is going to be, don't forget who you are at your core. So when it is the beginning of the year, it's so easy to find yourself maybe a little bit more preoccupied of who you want to be, which is totally fine. That's what change is. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But just remember who you are at your core. Don't forget about the person that, you know, had those trials or tribulations, or, you know, succeeded at certain things that maybe aren't your goals anymore. Don't forget about that person. Remember who you are inside, and who you want to become is always going to be a part of who you were, if that makes any sense. So remember to stay true to yourself, true to your core and your soul. Make sure that doesn't change. So that would be my last bit of advice. I know this is probably a long video, but I hope in some point in this video it helped you, it motivated you, it, you know, inspired you to do something different. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, I am so happy that you're here. Again, if you're a new subscriber, definitely leave your stuff down below so I can go subscribe to your channel if you have a channel. And then don't forget about Wednesdays. If you do want to be shouted out, comment on any of my videos this past week, or past few videos that I've had, so I can shout you out. You do have to be a subscriber, so definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And like this video if you enjoyed it. And my question of the day for you guys today would be, what are your New Year's resolutions? So definitely leave that in the comments down below so I can see what your New Year's resolutions are. I will see you in my next video. Bye!